Hey friend, are you looking for a proven blueprint to take you from where you are, maybe at zero, to massively wealthy, to having an impact and a lifestyle that will change your life and the lives of generations in your line? Hey, my name is Chris from ChrisandNjigha.com, and in this very exciting episode today, I will share with you Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow formula. All right, his blueprint to wealth that works 2019 and will continue to work even when he wrote his book several years ago. And it's crazy, discovered kind of on my own. And then when I read it in his book, was like, really? Wow, he knew this already? So if you're looking for the cash flow formula to wealth that actually works, then hey, stick around for that. So hey, welcome my friend. Hey, if you don't know, this channel is all about empowering you, the home business entrepreneur, with the mindset and the online skill sets to get results, make more money, and drive the breakthrough that you deserve and live that choice freedom lifestyle. All right, so if you like content like that, online marketing, businesses, making money online, passive income, then hey, give the video a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget the bell too so you'll be notified whenever I drop new videos on this content, which is pretty much on a Monday through Friday daily basis right now. All right, so hey, that's right, right now we are talking about Robert Kiyosaki. That's right, aka Rich Dad Poor Dad, and his cash flow blueprint that he reveals on how to generate wealth, even if you're a beginner, right? I believe that this works for beginners, and that if you start to put these together over time, man, you can create an incredible income. And I'm actually on this journey myself. And like I said, I kind of recently discovered it and was like, oh man, this is crazy. This is true because I experienced it. So I'm not telling you anything that I haven't actually done myself. And I think this will be helpful for you. All right, so Robert Kiyosaki, yes, his blueprint for creating wealth for beginners in 2019 is actually pretty simple. All right, and it pretty much goes like this. It's really two steps. Step one is build a business. A business. Yeah. All right. And then step two, that's right, buy real estate. That's it. That's his formula. All right. And it's pretty simple because as you build a business, you generate cash flow. Then you got to figure out what to do with the cash flow from that business. You then use that to invest in real estate, which acts as a way of sheltering your income and growing it all at the same time. Now, what's interesting is that a lot of people think that you should probably, they want to do real estate first, right? Which was what I wanted to do. I was like, hey, I want to get into real estate. I thought that was cool. I liked it. It was, it's cool. And it was very interesting, right? And I find it interesting that yes, real estate is a great way to generate a great income, passive income, residual income, and build wealth. And it is part of the formula. But I truly believe that it's step two for the formula. And my personal experience was that when I started real estate, there was a lot of challenges with doing real estate. Now, here's how it goes, right? If you want to have a real estate business, right, there's really only three ways that I've known right now that you can do it. One is you can do what's called wholesaling, and that's essentially where you are the middleman between someone who has a property to sell and someone who could actually buy the property. So you don't buy the property, you just facilitate the interaction between the two. And overall, you can make some money from this, but I have found I didn't really like it because I felt like in the process, the person who's selling has to lose and in order for you to make money. And I just found it, to me, unethical. There was a lot of aspects of it that I just didn't like. And this is just my personal experience. I know people who use it, do it, and they're doing well. Just my personal experience, I didn't like it. Number two is that you can basically do rentals, right? So you can buy and hold property, which is awesome. You buy the property, get a tenant, put it in there, charge a rent, and they're paying you a rent every single month for the property. Great residual income. Another third way is basically flipping, right? You've seen this, flipping properties. You buy it at a discounted price and then fix it up and turn around and sell it for the market value and collect the difference. All of these are great ways to make money with real estate. However, for me, I have found that some of the challenges with trying to start with business with real estate was, number one, is there is a cash issue, right? Like you just have to have money to buy the property, right? If you don't have like several thousands of dollars, doesn't matter like what the bank will give you, you still have to put something in. Generally, they're like looking for 10 to 20% anyway for you to invest in property now. So you need some cash to make it happen. So if you don't have it, you're kind of stuck out. Now there are ways, of course, to generate cash flow and generate money, right? Capital to do it, but that requires specialized skills, and generally beginners don't have that. So it's challenging. Number two, I find that there is a certain amount of risk that's involved in real estate, right? When you're starting off, because hey, you have to figure out how to be able to buy the property. You have to figure out to make sure you get a good deal, good price on it. You got to work with a good real estate agent. You got to make sure you're like getting you're gonna get the right amount of rent for the property, or the market value is right, and you sell it at the right time. And and then if you take out a loan, maybe take out a hard money loan or whatever, and make sure you got to get it out sold in time. And it just, to me, this is a lot of risk. It's a lot of opportunities to fail. And failing is good because this is how you learn. But when your money is on the line as a beginner, I just feel like it's just a little challenging. It's just a little challenging to try to go through, and it just makes it a little bit tougher. Once again, I'm not saying it's not possible. I've seen people who created entire empires from just real estate. Grant Cardone is a perfect example of someone who did that. So it's not impossible. I'm just saying, as a beginner, to create your wealth track, it's probably not the best bet. And Robert Kiyosaki agrees with me. And then the third thing is that there's not a lot of leverage in the beginning, right? In the beginning, there's not a lot of leverage in this type of business because you have to be around, making sure that you're looking at the property, making sure you're with the agent when you're buying it, with the contractors when you're getting the property repaired, that you're with the agent when you're selling, that you're picking out all this right stuff. There's just like so much things that you have to be around, that I find it to be difficult to be working full time and still do real estate. Like that was just my personal experience, right? If you work full time, it's gonna be really, really tough, right? You're gonna need a partner at the very least to like help you and that you can trust, that can be there. And so for those reasons, I find that real estate as a beginner is not the best way to get started in the beginning, right? And like I said, Robert Kiyosaki agrees. So what does he recommend? He recommends you start off with step one, right? Building the business. So this is why I agree with Robert Kiyosaki that you should start a business first, right? And so let's start with step one, with building that business, right? So what you could do first is like, so there's different types of businesses that you can do, right? First one is, if you did a business, you can do things like maybe a franchise, right? So you can get one of those really cool franchises that they're talking about, like, that are out there, and you can work that business, and that's one, right? You can also do this, like create your own traditional business, right? Using a traditional business type, right? So you could have like a C corp or an S corp, right? Which is basically these are basically types of business entities, and you obviously would want to talk to a lawyer first, right? That's probably the first step, is to get a lawyer so that you decide on which one of these are best for you, right? An LLC is another type, so that you have an entity that is yours, that protects your assets and helps you with like tax related benefits as well. Regardless of what business you have, you should probably consider doing this. And another thing you should probably talk to is an accountant as well, right? So a CPA, to make sure that your like taxes and things like that, and the way you collect your money and all that stuff is being done right. Or I prefer like an online business, because for the reasons that I mentioned earlier, it just gives you way more leverage. Gives you more leverage. You can do this at home on your own time, after work, before work. It doesn't matter, right? You don't have to be at site. You can do it from your computer, from your phone, in many cases. Number two, it has less risk, way less risk, right? In terms of how much money you have to put up to get started. So there's several different online businesses you can consider, right? One is you could do an affiliate marketing business, right? Right? So affiliate marketing is great because you don't have to have any products or services. You don't have to have all the accounting, you have to all the business types and things set up. I would still recommend, like, either having an either one of these after you talk to a tax lawyer, and then doing all your business under that name. So that way you have your assets are protected, right? Or you could do a network marketing business, right? So I mean, this works really, really well. The beauty about network marketing, even though people may not agree with the model, is that you don't need, once again, just like affiliate marketing, you don't need to have the product, you don't need the service, you don't need to do accounting, you don't need to do the distribution and the fulfillment. Like all you got to do is show up for like usually a couple $100 to maybe $1,000 or so to get started, which is really, really cheap considering how much money you would need just to get involved in real estate, right? So that's why I think network marketing is a great strategy. Robert Kiyosaki agrees with it as well. Great systems, great business models you can choose because they're all systems. They leverage systems for you to like take advantage of that you just need to plug in. You plug in and you start getting going. Other types of online businesses you can consider e-commerce, right? So you can have an online store where you're selling something that you have or selling somebody else's stuff that you have. Another type is maybe you have a coaching business, all right? Coaching or consulting. Either one of these you could do, and it provides you the same amount of leverage online. It provides you with a certain amount of income. And what it's doing is that all of these things are generating, right? You some income, some cash flow, right? Cash flow. Think about the fact that, like, if you read Kiyosaki's book, he started off his business, he started off his wealth journey with a business. He had an educational business company that he used that catapulted him to financial freedom. That was what he used. And then went off and started real estate after that. After that, right? He talks about that. If you don't notice it, I was like, wow, I didn't notice that. And so it starts off with building the business first, generating the income, generating the cash flow, and then once you have this cash flow, you reinvest it in real estate because real estate can then, now you have the cash flow, right? To purchase real estate. And now it's also protected. Your money is then protected in the real estate, right? You don't have to pay as many taxes generally, and your money grows at the same time with the value of the property, right? This is what Ray Kroc talked about. Ray Kroc, who owned McDonald's, he was always talking about, hey, I am not in the hamburger business. I'm in the real estate business, right? His hamburgers are generating cash flow. He's turning around and buying more real estate, more land. T. Harv Eker talks about this. His formula is the same way too. He's like, start a business, and then his line is, don't, he was like, how does it go? He was like, don't wait to buy real estate, then wait, right? So it's the same formula for wealth that all of these gentlemen are talking about, that you, my friend, you and I can do the exact same thing, right? Start a business today, right now. You can all of these are options, and there's even more different options. These are just some of the better ones you can get started with that have very little out-of-pocket cost for you to get started. Start creating a system online, generating some cash flow, and then when it gets to the point where you're generating tons of cash flow and you're flushed with it, then start reinvesting in real estate. Hopefully you have leveraged with whatever business you've created that you can then take the time to invest and to learn more about real estate, put in buying more land, buying property, and then expanding your wealth category, expanding your portfolio, and guess what? Creating a lifestyle, classes of assets that will not only last your lifetime, but last the test of time for you and your family and your families. Man, incredibly powerful to me. Incredibly powerful. So I hope you learned something. Was that powerful to you? Because I know I learned a ton when I checked that out. Hey, hopefully you did. Hope that was helpful, all right? If you did, hey, definitely give the video a like. And oh, by the way, definitely check out Robert Kiyosaki's books. I'll leave the description below. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrants, and a lot of his other books that will help you put the mindset, right? The mindset, all right? And generate these skill sets to make money, generate that wealth. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, subscribe up here if you want to check out more videos, my videos that I got right here. And check out this video right here on how to make more money online. I think it'll help you, all right? So until the next exciting episode, my friend, be blessed, stay hungry. I'll see you on the next one. Peace!